of Thrones.
Yeah.
Something big happened. You mentioned, and I quote, the best 20 minutes I've ever seen on a TV show.
There you go. All you need.
That good.
That good.
And you've seen a lot. This guy has seen a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
You name it, he's seen it.
Probably 95% of everything I've seen. Yeah. 20 minutes of just... This episode is the episode of the season. I would say it's the best episode since... I don't know. It's top 5.
Really?
Game of Thrones episode. And Game of Thrones, like, here. It's up here. So, when I say this was the best 20 minutes in television... It's the best 20 minutes. And this episode itself was great to begin with. You saw Tyrion and Daenerys finally talking, going back and forth about their respective families and, what they're going to do in the future, how they're going to build an empire. And you saw Arya beginning to be trained as an assassin. You saw Sansa finally, knowing that her brothers are alive. And then you come to the Night's Watch. You come to see what's happening beyond the wall. You see Jon Snow arriving to talk to the wildling leaders. He's telling them, you need to come back with me because we need to fight the White Walkers / Whites / the others, which is basically zombies with powers. And then everyone's like, maybe, maybe not. And they're like, okay, we'll go with you, but, just take it slow. So it's like 100,000 people. This guy manages to get 5,000.
Okay.
And when they're in the middle of this transition, the dog start barking, silence, and then you see like this giant wall of fog coming, and you're like, shut the gates, and then you see the people like stopping, like, let us in, and then quiet. And then out of nowhere, like the zombies, ice zombies start, scratching, trying to get in. You see this fighting, and then you see a White Walker actually comes in with his crazy spear thing, destroys a sword, just touching it, except for a Valyrian steel sword that Jon Snow has, and he manages to kill it, but that was so awesome, so amazing. You see a giant just fighting off whites. I've read the book, by the way. Whites are the zombies that are, just bones. White Walkers are the big white ones with blue eyes. Well, they all have blue eyes. And then you saw the King of Winter at the top of the mountain, just like, so, how you doing, guys? And then you see, like, these zombies, I think it was 20,000, 30,000, just killing everybody because they can't die, because they can only be destroyed by fire. They're just killing everybody. Remember, 95,000 wildlings that were left behind, they're just killing them. And then they did this thing from World War Z. They would just see this cliff where the generals are. And then you see this, they're just jumping, the zombies are jumping up from there. And then you see them like, they just kill themselves. And then they just stand up and like keep running at you.
Okay.
So Jon Snow is like, I'm out. They get into a boat and you see them, everybody's getting killed. You see the screaming, you hear it, and you're like, oh my God, everybody's getting killed. So like, Jon Snow is like 20 feet away in the water, not rowing for some reason. Okay. And then you see the King of Winter like walking in the boardwalk. Okay. Yeah, and like, the place pier. In the pier, and like, he's like, oh look, everybody's getting killed, and then like, quiet, everybody's been killed.
Damn.
And then you see him raising his arms, and then everybody that was killed, they just stands up. Zombies, whites.
Wow. So
remember, 30,000 versus 95,000. They all got killed, and then it's 120,000 people at this point. Wow. Damn. And then you see Jon Snow like, fuck.
I'm screwed.
Like, we gotta run. We gotta row.
We're gonna row, yeah, you're right.
But you see, like, you're just quiet, like.
Now, this seems like a big episode.
It's not even the biggest episode, because this was episode 8. Episode 9 is supposed to be the biggest episode of the season. And I don't know what's gonna happen now.
How many episodes?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Wow. They're building up to something, so.
I hope so.
This cannot be, the biggest part of the season. I'm assuming it has to be the finale.
I know what's going to happen in the books, but at this point, they've gone so different in so many ways that...
But did this happen in the books?
No.
So you don't have any idea what's going to happen?
Like, whoa, I know what's going to happen to Jon Snow.
Or do you? Are they going to change his fate?
I doubt it. It's a big thing that happens to him.
Oh, okay. So, is that going to happen in this season?
Maybe. I don't think so. Yeah, they haven't built enough for that to happen just yet.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, the way that he just raised his arms and like everybody like the dead are like they just open their eyes and they're like blue. It's like
so big things coming up for Game of Thrones.
Yep, the Army of the Dead is coming.
Okay,
winter's coming.
Yes,
everything's
apparently
coming.
it has already arrived.
But technically, yes.
Yeah.